At the federal courthouse on Quoropa Street, the judge heard from both sides in a packed courtroom before announcing her decision to allow a trial to begin in November. Randolph McLaughlin, one of the attorneys for the Chamberlain family, had this reaction.
At long last, the search for truth and the search for justice for Mr. Chamberlain will unfold in this courthouse before a jury of his peers. And we look forward to the opportunity to present the evidence that we have amassed that we believe will conclude that the city of White Plains is responsible for the death of Mr. Chamberlain and that defendant Corelli is also responsible for the death of Mr. Chamberlain. We fully believe that that is the conclusion a jury will reach after it has heard the evidence that we will present.
It's kind of hard to really put into words.
Take your time, bro. Take a breathe, baby. Breathe, baby.
Got this, man.
Father's proud, baby.
But we finally again.
Right down. Let it move, man.
Let the world see it.
Spirit move.
That's all right. Let the world see it.
What you doing?
We're finally getting our day in court.
Yes. Yes.
I'm pleased with the decision that the judge made to say that there is sufficient evidence. This is something that we have been saying the entire time. I'm asking the Department of Justice again to come to the city of White Plains, investigate the police department, not just for civil rights violations against the citizens out here in this city, but even in their own department. To the elected officials in White Plains, I just simply say, what say you now that the judge has said that there's enough evidence to move forward? Will you now admit wrongdoing, or will you still stand by this lie that you've been telling the entire time?
Man up.
That's right.
There will be justice for Kenneth Chamberlain Sr.
What this trial will focus on like a laser beam is what was happening at the moment that Officer Corelli shot Mr. Chamberlain. And we believe, and the judges said, that we've established sufficient information in the record to move to trial, to put this question to a jury. We believe that the use of excessive force in regard to the beanbag shotguns put Mr. Chamberlain on the ground. That, I want to say that clearly. We are going to put before the jury evidence that Mr. Chamberlain was on the ground after being brought down by the force of 4 shots from a beanbag shotgun that the city's own information says is equal to the force of a punch from Mike Tyson or a fastball by a pitcher in the major leagues. And that this man, who had serious health problems, which the jury will hear about, could not possibly have bounced up like some sort of low-flying superhero after being felled to the ground to continue to be a threat to anyone in that room. And that's what we're going to focus on, is to show that at the time that he was shot, Mr. Chamberlain was on the ground and a threat to no one.
I asked McLaughlin if a trial like this here in White Plains would have national implications.
Yes, we think that it's quite clear that Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. And if Mr. Chamberlain had not been African American, had not been suffering from a mental issues, had not been living in a housing project which is perceived as a dangerous place by some, then he'd be alive today. I doubt very seriously any police department would have broken into his house, took his door down if he lived in Scarsdale and was a doctor. So it's class, race, and mental issues. So yes, it's a national issue.